The sweetest revenge when a cat who was wrongly accused of a crime and was sent to jail because his wife wanted all of his wealth for herself and her lover. The story begins with a wealthy tomcat named Whiskers. He had everything a cat could want: a big house, lots of food, and a beautiful wife named Mittens. But Mittens was a gold digger, and she only married Whiskers for his money. She never loved him, and she was always looking for ways to get more of his wealth. Mittens had a secret boyfriend on the side, a sneaky Siamese cat named Slinky. Together, they hatched a plan to get rid of Whiskers and take all of his money. They knew that if they killed Whiskers, they would be suspected, and so they needed a more clever plan. One day, Whiskers went to the grocery store to buy some cat food. When he came back, he found his house ransacked and his beloved wife and son nowhere to be seen. In the living room, he found a note that read, "I'm taking your son and going away with Slinky. If you want to see him again, bring $10,000 to the old mill." Whiskers immediately knew that Mittens and Slinky were behind this and that they were trying to steal his fortune. He went to the police and told them everything, but they didn't believe him. The police thought that Mittens was a loving wife who would never hurt her husband or son. And as for Slinky, he was a respected member of the community and a successful businessman. The police arrested Whiskers for being a crazy cat and took him to jail. Whiskers was devastated, but he knew that he had to get out of jail to find his son. So he befriended a lawyer who helped him get bail. While Whiskers was in jail, Mittens and Slinky were living it up in his mansion. They lazed around all day, ate all of his food, and drank all of his expensive wine. And poor little Timmy was forced to sleep under a chair in the living room. Mittens and Slinky were having fun at first, but as time went on, they started to get bored. They were both selfish cats, and they couldn't enjoy anything without the other one there. They started to fight all the time, and eventually they got into a huge fight that ended with Mittens storming out of the house and running away with all of Whiskers' money. Slinky was left all alone in the mansion with no money and no one to take care of him. He was miserable and he wished he had never met Mittens. Meanwhile, Mittens had taken all of the money to a secret hideout where she was living like a queen. She had everything she ever wanted, but she was still lonely and she missed the life she had with Whiskers. One day, she heard a noise in the bushes outside her hideout and she went to investigate. She saw a small kitten hiding in the bushes and she felt sorry for him. She brought him back to her lair and gave him some milk and food. It was none other than Whiskers' son, Timmy. At first, Timmy hated Mittens for what she did to his father. But as time went on, he started to realize that she wasn't such a bad cat after all. He forgave her and they became best friends. Then together they came up with a plan to get back at Slinky, and Mittens' evil plan was finally over. They went to the court and presented the evidence, thus vindicating his father and bringing his mother to justice. Everyone was happy for the little guy, especially his dad. He was so proud of his little boy and how he stood up for him. As for Mittens, she was sentenced to life in prison where she will never have to worry about money or love again. If you enjoyed this heartwarming tale, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating stories. Until next time, farewell.